Okay, today's video was going to be on some sit, stays and recalls, but an opportunity to correct some bad behaviours out of Sherlock here. So it was good that, yes, I know, we fixed it now. So we're going to show you what happens when things go wrong, especially like if the dog's wanting to just play around with the dummy once out at the retrieve, and how to correct that. All right, let's get to it. So I've sent Sherlock out here on a retrieve, and he's got there and he's laying down, and now he's chewing the dummy, playing around with the dummy, not wanting to come back even though I'm calling him to come back. I'm whistling, and eventually he comes back. Alright, so first things first is to get rid of the dummy that you're having issues with. I'm using a ball canvas dummy here. I find changing the shape as well as the dummy does help. Sometimes the similar shape dummies, you'll get the same behaviour. Even if it's just a canvas dummy as well, so if you get the same behaviour, even change it to a plastic ball or something that's totally different to the behaviour that you don't want. So he's come back. He's a little bit hesitant coming back because he thinks that there's another canvas dummy out there, because that's where we've been throwing them. So we keep him engaged with me and say, no, come on, good boy. So now I've used a tennis ball this time around just to increase his motivation and his drive to wanting to retrieve. So throw that tennis ball out. He loves tennis balls. So that gets him motivated. He comes back. He goes, oh yes, this is great. I also fling around the other dummy to make myself more interesting. And he runs back and goes, gosh, that's really, really fun. Let's do that again. So this time we go back to the canvas dummy. I need to have his pushy on the ground. And he sees it. He marks it down. And I send him once he's nice and settled. I never send a dog if he's not settled. And they need that time to frame that picture of when they seen the dummy's fallen down, because he was looking in the opposite direction. So then we'll change it now. We've done 3 retrieves without the dummy that was causing the issue. We go back to the original issue with the dummy. He goes down, picks it up, and comes straight back. So I would only ever use this dummy one in every, say, 6 or 7 throws for the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, and see how he's going, and make sure that he's picking up and returning straight away. So yes, so that's how to correct a dog playing around with dummies. The clumbers are the only ones that sort of tend to want to roll around with it. I found with the springers, they'll tend to want to throw it up in the air and do this head thing like they're a horse on steroids. So get rid of the dummy that's causing the issue. Try a variety of dummies. I always have a variety of dummies in my vest at any one time when I'm doing training, just in case something like that happens, so you can correct the behaviour there and then. Don't leave it, and don't let the dog have an opportunity to do the same behaviour with the same dummy. I know people just get so fixated on wanting to train and wanting to retrieve. I said, but you are going to have a mountain of issues if you don't correct the behaviour there and then and stop it in its tracks, saying, hey, we're not doing that. We know we love retrieving. I said, but that's not part of the retrieve. So I changed shape. So that's the canvas flinger. That's from Sporting State in the UK. They're really good because you can throw them a long way too. If you're still having trouble with the canvas, because it is canvas like this one, okay, go to a tennis ball or a rubber ball with a bit of rope on it and use that. But I've also found sometimes, because these are very similar in shape, I'll get the same issue. So, and I know Sherlock loves Dokens. So I wouldn't go to something that I know the dog already enjoys a lot, because the behaviour is going to creep back in again. Okay, so it's about getting the dog refocused, getting him back on track in regards to the retrieves. Okay, notice his retrieves were a little bit slow on that first one, so flinging this around and making yourself more attractive. Food, I'm not a big food-based thing, but if it works, then use it. I use food as a last resort, just to make sure that, because I know the dogs are motivated by other things, but if they're just not motivated by what I'm doing, then I will put food in my pocket, and I will use food as a reward to get them coming back to me quickly. So that's correcting one of the retrieving issues that you may eventually come across in your retrieving journey. So just make sure, if you do like the video, hit subscribe and leave a comment in the comments field. I'll try to get back to you this week, and we will be doing the sit, stay and recall later in the week. So stay tuned. See ya.